Hey, what's up, my Fab fam? What's up, my lovelies? Welcome back to another episode of FabuLex Makeup up in this house. We are getting into this tutorial. I was inspired by a photo I saw on Pinterest, inspired by fall, and so I decided to recreate it. So I'm going to be trying my best to let y'all just enjoy this video, not talk too much, but I will be popping in, every once in a while just to say, hey, oh, what's going on? So I'm starting off by outlining this leaf shape with a white pencil liner. Two reasons I'm doing this. First reason is so that it's an easy way to map out the shape that I want and make it as symmetrical as possible. And then on top of that, it creates a nice brightening effect on the outer edges of the leaf itself towards the end. And when you clean up with concealer, it's easier to see the sharper spots and it just kind of brightens up the outer edges. I'm using my Morphe 35N neutral palette and a little bit of black mixed with a reddish brown. So that way it's not completely black, but it's not just a brown. It complements each other, creates that depth. We're going on the outer parts of this leaf and go ahead and fill in the white liner. So this look was free-handed. I hadn't tried this out until I recorded this video. So as y'all can see, I am just kind of going with it and winging it and totally improvising on how I wanted to create this look. So I'm taking some Epic ink liner from NYX and sharpening up the tips. And now what I'm doing is taking more of that black and brown mix and bringing that shading towards the center of the leaf. This is the Shape Tape Contour Concealer from NYX Cosmetics in the shade Tan. I'm going to clean up the outer parts of the leaf with this. Also highlight it, brighten it up a little bit. It also kind of gives that illusion that it's popping out from my forehead, which I always like as well. And honestly, the hardest part of this entire thing was shaping this leaf and making it symmetrical. I'm a perfectionist, y'all, and I was trying not to get too focused on it because it was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But we made it through, especially this eyebrow part. I don't know why, but trying to match the equal distance between where the brow is and the gap between where the leaf starts. I don't know why that was so hard to match on each side. Now we're going to move on to filling in the leaf. So first I'm going to take a red. This is going to be on the inner part of the leaf. This is also going to help blend that reddish brown black that we put on. That's also another reason why I used a little bit of red tint from the brown. That way it helps blend this red a lot easier. And that way you get a little depth of the red and then you can build up the red a little bit more so it has its own brightening, reddish tint towards the center part. Y'all, it's so hard to describe what I'm doing. I just kind of went with it. Now, I don't know why it's so hard for companies to make a good yellow eyeshadow that's pigmented and blends out really nicely, but BH Cosmetics came really close with it, but I applied it with my finger just because I knew that's how I got my pigment the best way, and then I would use the brush to blend out the edges because using the finger to blend makes it just didn't work out very well. So apply that where you want it to be brightest with your fingers, where you're going to get the most pigment, and then use a brush to blend it out, but use really, really gentle strokes to blend it out. And y'all, I don't know where the footage went of me applying glitter to the leaf. but that will be an optional step if you want it to be a little bit more bright and popping. Just apply corresponding color glitter to the color eyeshadow underneath. That's all I did, honestly. A little red where the red eyeshadow is, orange glitter where the orange eyeshadow was, and then some bright yellow on the middle. The eyes I kept pretty simple. I started off with a bright lime green on the outer part of the eye and then mixed in a little bit of yellow, which transitioned into the orange, which transitioned into the red. So it was almost an inverted shading color scheme as the leaf with an added bit of green just for a little bit of brightness and a little peak of color, which I thought was always fun. And then what I did was take a dark brown just underneath all those colors so I could get some depth. And then I started doing a quick cut crease. This eye was honestly just really easy, really fast. However, the shadows from the Take Me to Brazil palette were just a little bit snooty booty, so you can see they were not as bright as I wanted them to be, but they still came out enough. For the eyelid today, I'm starting off with some gel liner from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Jet. This is just a black liner, really smooth, really pigmented, and very creamy. So what I did, instead of putting the black all over the eyelid all the way up to the cut crease and then taking concealer and making that extra divide in between, I went ahead and went with a smaller eye shape and almost outlined underneath the cut crease and made another cut crease, and then on top of that just outlined underneath where the eyeliner, or I guess where the eyeshadow would be. I don't know if that made any sense, but y'all can see I'm just basically making a giant eyeliner shape on my eye. Then I just sharpened up the edges with the Epic ink. And then for the middle of the eye, I'm using Palladio liquid liner, and this one I believe is called Gold. I think it's just called Gold. And gently went in between that little crease divide. And then on top of that, I used NYX Cosmetics Magnificent liquid glitter and popped that right on top. And then just finessed and cleaned up here and there. This mascara is by Milani. This is their Lash Trifecta, I believe, and it's fabulous. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. So good for my curly lashes. Popped on some false lashes from Kiss. I believe these ones are Flirty. And I have been using weave glue for my eyelash glue, y'all, and it just makes my life so much easier and way more pleasant to put on eyelashes because they just go right on and stick where they need be. I've been doing that for months and months now, and no, it does not hurt as much as taking off regular lash glue. It's about the same amount, so you know, do with that what you will. For the bottom lash line, I repeated the same eyeshadow scheme, which is green, orange, and then a little bit of the red I actually overlapped on top of the orange to brighten it a little bit more, and then put a little mascara on the bottom, and that was about it for the bottom. And ba-boom, that is the final result, y'all. Thank you for watching. Just a little something to wear for fall. You know, you go into the office and you want something glittery, throw this on, honey. I hope y'all enjoyed. I will be back with more from FabuLex makeup. Much love.